is the greatest place in the world. Oh my god, this is amazing. I want it all. Japanese manga haul. These actually go for quite a lot of money back in the UK, so I'm just gonna put that in here. I wouldn't say we're lost, but we're definitely off of the tourist track, and I don't know how to vlog in public. Hello guys, and welcome to the start of my Japan vlog. It is currently 3 AM in the UK. I have not slept yet because we're leaving in 3 hours to go to Edinburgh Airport. I'm currently just chilling with the best buddy here, who doesn't even realise I'm about to leave him for 2 weeks. We are just finishing off the packing. As you can see, I have all the essentials for 2 weeks in Japan. I have like 20 volumes of Naruto, and you know, I'm starting to realise why this the whole all-in-one thing exists. But these are the 3 ones, so they're actually quite light, so it shouldn't take up too much weight. Do you know what I was going to show actually? This is going to be a bit lame, but I am 1, extremely tired, and 2, extremely nervous because it's just me and Stuart, and we're travelling a long way just on our own for the first time. Just to put things into perspective of how scary and a big deal this is for me. This is where I'm from, and then sometimes I go over here to Edinburgh, and then sometimes I go over here to Glasgow, and sometimes I'll go on holiday to down here in the UK, down to Devon. That's really nice. I've been adventurous twice in my life. I went to Norway to visit friends. That's literally like one of the closest countries to the UK, I've actually now just realised. But I've also been to Spain on holiday, down to somewhere near Benidorm. But that is it. I have never been out of Europe, so in a few hours we're going to leave here, we're going to go to Edinburgh, and then we're going to go to Amsterdam, to the Netherlands. Then we have an 11-hour flight straight to Osaka, Japan. So we're going to visit. Yes, that's terrifying. So we're going to land here, Osaka. It's like a wee airport. It's like on an island apparently. And then, so we're staying in Kyoto for 2 weeks basically, because like obviously this is terrifying, going to the other side of the world. We like, you know, staying settled in one place for 2 weeks. So we're going to go to Kyoto, we have a hotel there for 2 weeks, and then we also have like the JR Rail Pass, so we basically have unlimited travel in the whole of Japan for 2 weeks. So we're gonna just plan to go like day trips to different places. We are very much just going to see what we feel like doing when we get there. And a couple things I need to do, for example, is go to visit the manga museum in Kyoto. We really just want to see as much of like Kyoto as possible. I figured like I would prefer to stay there than Tokyo. Just 1, because it's quieter. I don't really like busy places. 2, because it's like a more like historic. Traditional. Oh fuck, can't speak. Yeah, it's like more like a historical, traditional town, and you know, just all the kind of shrines and temples and big hills. What they called mountains. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. Basically, it's going to take like 14 hours for the whole thing, and when we arrive, it'll feel like it's like 1 in the morning to us, but actually it's going to be 9 AM when we arrive. So I feel like the first day is going to be the toughest. And I've never like experienced jet lag before, so I've never gone anywhere very far away. So that'll be a fun experience. Don't know how much I will be able to film of like the journey. I probably will just be too tired and grumpy to want to film anything. So I'll probably just see you in Japan, but we will see. Bye! Ow! We made it to Japan! Yay! Now it's time to sleep. No, now it's time. We've actually already slept. We like got here at like 1 and we explored for a bit. And then we were just like zombies walking around because it feels like we've not even slept. We've not slept for like 30 hours. I just could not sleep on the plane. It's 7 o'clock and we need to try and stay up and also shower because I'm so glad that you can't smell me right now because this is disgusting. It's all going to be cut because I'm too sleepy. But we will go explore some more stuff tomorrow. Today we are at the Kyoto castle and I don't know how to vlog in public. Hello. It was cool. It was proper like take your shoes off when you go in, and like you know really old wooden floors, and they actually creaked when you walked in. And this is because of what's it called, the Nightingale corridor.
Nightingale, yeah.
Yeah, and that's to like alert of intruders and stuff into the castle.
I'd Google it before you put it online, Hannah.
Hey. One of my favourite things already is these. Hello guys, we are just back from the Nijojo castle, the Kyoto castle, and yeah, it was really good. We got some nice cack here to send to my mum and my gran, some nice postcards. Also got some bookmarks. This is like the main gate into the castle there. So that all this we don't need this anymore. Book depository. There we go. That's better. That's sorted. We also went into what we thought was a manga shop, but ended up being a hentai shop. And got, what's this called? A shiny dragonite. I don't know if that's good or not. Overall, pretty happy with the place. We were here for 2 weeks, just because we were kind of like, we didn't want to travel so much. We just want to be based in like a nice place, which we are definitely. Oh my goodness, I'm so, like this whole vlog is just going to be me being hot and sweaty the entire time. It's like 31 degrees, I am absolutely melting. So we did the castle this morning. We're going to go to the bamboo forest now, if we can find it. And yeah, catch up with you later. We're in the bamboo forest. Yeah, it's raining. It's quite dark already at like 6 o'clock at night. It's raining. And we have, oh we can't go that way, sure. We have this nice, what do we call this? Shrine, perhaps? That looks cool. Oh Stuart, we're lost! I wanted the cemetery with trespassing. Hello guys, I'm back from the lovely walk in the bamboo forest and have a little, we're not like going to eat out that much here because you know it's too much money. I'm not sure if we're going to like everything, so we're going to have most of our meals just like, you know, buying from the supermarket and make some stuff. So I have a little Japanese food haul for you. So first up, the bakery section is like really good. So we have like this, I don't even know, it just says butterscotch. This pastry looks amazing. This just says chocolate, also just looks so good. I'm going to try a little sushi selection for my dinner, and we have things like, you know, instant noodles, instant rice and stuff, and a banana, that's for my breakfast. There's like the best chocolate cereal I've ever found, some juice, and she was quite excited about this bottle of Monster, which has like all the Japanese on it and stuff like that. That's good, it's like a resealable can, isn't it? And some bread, which is like ridiculously thick slices. So that's it, and we're just gonna have a little bit of dinner, and that is that. Pretty good first day, I must say, pretty fun. Tomorrow we are going to go to the International Manga Museum, and I am very excited about that. We walked past it today, but Stuart didn't let me in because we only had about 2 hours left of it, and we figured that it would probably be an all-day event for me. So that is tomorrow. I'll see you then. Before we go to the Manga Museum, we're going to stop off for a quick coffee somewhere down this street. I'm a good vlogger. So we're gonna stop at the coolest Starbucks in the world. It's hot. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is Osamu Tezuka's Phoenix, right? This is one I hope that it gets released in English sometime. It just looks so adorable. Someone buying them from a pet shop or something. Oh. Hope it comes here. Also, I didn't realise how big these Made in Abyss volumes are. Like, they are so big compared to regular ones. The art looks really nice as well. What is it? I need to pick this series up, it looks so good. All the exhibits were really, really cool, but we couldn't film inside. But I'll talk more about that later. Now we have like 2-3 hours to kill, so, and basically like so much English manga we could read. We're going to just chill out for a few hours and we're going to read volume 1 of Yotsuba and volume 1 of Dorohedoro. Because this one, I've always been curious about it, this Dorohedoro, but I think it's quite expensive or like hard to get in the UK. It's like almost going out of print. And then Yotsuba is one which like I don't know if I would enjoy or not, so I wanted just to try out volume 1. Stuart, who's only ever read one manga, which was Vinland Saga, might I add, but he's going to read volume 1 of Terraformers and Dead Man Wonderland. You watched the anime for Dead Man Wonderland? Because he's watched the anime for both. Okay, see you in a few hours. This is just the best place in the world. Like, there's just seats all over the place. And you know, people just sit with like stacks of manga to get through. And it's just the best place in the world. Couple goals. Fuck off. Okay, so I've just finished volume 1 of Yotsuba. And I can see why a lot of people like it. It's quite funny. Not like laugh out loud funny, but it's quite light-hearted and fun. I just don't really like kids that much, and she was kind of already annoying me. Like just the way that it was written, like the way a kid would speak. And she just had an annoying voice in my head, so I'm like, nah. Jeez, oh man, this is quite gritty. This is quite dark already. Jesus. I've just finished Dorohedoro. It was so good. So good. It's so dark. It's so like magical. It's like this world. There's like some dark hole in it, and there's like sorcerers, and the main character, his face has been turned into a reptile face, and he's like trying to kill the sorcerer that made him that way, so that like the curse is broken. Oh, it was so good. This is going to be up high on my list to start buying when I get back home, definitely. This is the greatest place in the world. If I am ever missing in action, this is where I am. There's a manga artist actually doing drawings, and I'm going to do that in an hour, so I have an hour to kill, so I'm going to see how much of this I can read. And yeah, this is just a good time. And Osamu, I never noticed this before, but see his backgrounds, they are actually so much like what real life Japan is like. Like the fact that every house is different here, and just like you've got all the electricity wires and the really narrow streets and everything. Like it's so cool. Like you take some pictures of real life in Osamu backgrounds. We are just back from the International Manga Museum in Kyoto, and it was genuinely one of the best days of my entire life. It was, you go in and there's just like manga walls is what they call it. There's just, first, so it's like a library, imagine, but for an international library. So there's sections for, you know, English and Spanish, Portuguese, French, and then even like Italian, Chinese, Norwegian, Swedish, you know, as many languages as basically they could find, I think, that published manga. And so that was like the ground floor, and then basically the like second and the third floor was just all Japanese manga. And so I was able to film there. There was like you know, murals of mangakas' hands and like their work beside it, and I didn't really recognise that many. I recognised Assassination Classroom guy and I think Vagabond guy, but that was still pretty cool. But the actual main exhibits we weren't allowed to film in, so there was a kind of, it was really cool. It was just kind of like the history of manga, and you know, there was volumes from like the 1920s or like 1940s, and you know, just, you know, first original drawings from different mangaka, and it was just kind of arranged in year all around the outside, all in Japanese of course, up to like early 2000s. There was interesting stuff on like how much money do the mangakas get. So there was like they said it was like a glass of wine that poured down, and basically obviously mangakas don't actually make that much money from like manga sales, but when it goes to an anime and then they make merch and stuff like that, that's when they can start making some decent money. So that was quite interesting. And there was like a feature on, what was that person's name, Stuart? Keiko Takemiya, who, it was like a 50-year anniversary thing. So I think she started as shoujo, but then went on to, I know Towards the Terror was like a kind of sci-fi one, and honestly like her exhibit was just like an art gallery. Like it was just full colour drawings. Of course I couldn't film any, but they were so nice. There's other like so interesting things in terms of like all the discussions that's going on with Mangatuber. There was all the different demographics and stuff. It's not, I don't think it's even as simple as shoujo josei. Those four, like, it's just the way that there was this big huge like mural diagram with like the magazines for each category, and it would have just been so good if I could get a picture of it, but there was like the security people were walking around and it was kind of scaring me a bit, so I didn't want to do it. So it only took like 2 hours to actually go around the exhibit, and then we basically had the whole afternoon just to sit and read, and that was absolutely amazing. Like, I just went through a couple of volumes. Dorohedoro is going to be one I need to pick up. Solonin was also so good I didn't get to finish it. Stuart has only ever read Vinland Saga, but he got through 4 volumes of Dead Man Wonderland and a volume of Batum. Did you enjoy them?
Aye.
Any other comments?
I'm no fucking Mangatuber here.
Okay. And then we waited to the very end because something very special was happening, and there was like an artist there doing portraits, and sure didn't want to get one with me, so I just got one on on my own. This mangaka thought that I looked like this. It's just so cute. I got her to write Highland manga as well and draw some mountains in the background. Got them anime titties. But yeah, so that's so nice. I'm hoping I can like take a nice picture of it and put it up as like my little icon on YouTube and stuff like that. Don't know if it really looks like me, but I'll take it. That was just so good. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but I need to just like process this amazing day I had. So we're in Osaka, in the Otaku region of Osaka, and I've just found the manga section, of course. This is what I'm most jealous of here. We've got all of JoJo, and it just looks amazing. Still well run. Although I do like that there's some... Demon Slayers actually seems quite popular here. What we got here? Ooh, Dr. Stone, these look nice. Beastars, we've got all the way up to volume 14 I think of Beastars. These covers looking good. Chainsaw Man, is that Chainsaw Man? I assume it's Chainsaw Man. That's cool. I feel like we will get this one eventually though. Space Brothers, that's something I wish we got, Space Brothers. Oh my god, this is amazing. I want it all. Yotsuba City. Happiness. Is this Happiness Volume 10? I think this is Happiness Volume 10. Oh, I'm going to spoil it all. Oh wait, I don't speak Japanese. Bride Story. Is it a bride story? Yes, a bride story. Just see, they all got the same standard release here, which I think is kind of nice. I don't know. It would be cheaper way to collect it, wouldn't it? Superman. Nice. Look, we've got Dissolving Classroom. This is Shiver. Don't know what this one is. I think this is the Junji Ito section. Yeah, that's going to be Uzumaki. I assume this is no longer human here. We have 1, 2, we have 1, 2, and 3. And I don't know. I guess this just gives me the vibes for a bit. Monster box set. Oh, I feel like I wish we got this. It's quite nice. We have got ourselves a Japanese manga haul. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sorry. Oh.
See, you started filming, otherwise you're fucking nuts.
Oh, started filming. So the first one I wanted to pick up was the series that got me into collecting and loving manga. And if you watched my backstory video, you'll know that that one was Assassination Classroom. So I just got volume 1 just to have it in Japanese. Maybe I could like use it to learn some Japanese. Doubt it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All the single volumes in Japan all have the nice flaps, and we have like an actual cover design on the back as well, which is quite cool. I actually quite like the volume just as this is. But yeah, I guess the flaps are quite cool as well. But while I was looking at Assassination Classroom, I came across this, which I had never seen before. It's in this like really nice red burgundy colour, and it doesn't have a volume number. It's just a little bonus thing. And if you open it up, it says here Assassination Memories. Again, it's just got like a nice cover design here, and it's basically the first half is just like a just collection of colour pages. But yeah, just like really funny pieces of art with all the characters. There he's there with his Coco. Really cool pieces of art, and something I can enjoy even though I can't read it. So the first half is just these really nice pictures, and then the second half is kind of like I don't know what it is. It's like there's some kind of character designs, but there's also just kind of like files of each of the students. Of course, which I can't read, but a really nice kind of little additional thing to have for this series, so that'll look so cool. I'm really happy I found something like that. It's kind of really special. Picked these up used, might I add. So this one was like £3 and this one was 250 yen, which is like less than maybe like £2. So if you want to read manga cheaply, then learn Japanese and buy used Japanese manga. Another one I bought used was in the same shop. It was basically like, imagine CEX here in the UK, but just in Japan, and full of like anime, manga, like Gundam, just all otaku stuff. It was such a cool shop. But I got part 1 of JoJo, Phantom Blood Volume 1. JoJo, one of my favourite series, and again we have the nice flaps here. Interesting cover art as well. And yeah, just another one I kind of wanted to have in Japanese just because it's one of my favourite series. Maybe one day I'll be able to read it, probably not. I still need to buy the JoJonians for these, for part 1 actually. I've seen the anime and I've got the rest of the parts, but I knew I would get it eventually, so just thought it was a nice wee one to get into. And then we went to Animate. So this stuff was all new. I wanted to buy some stuff used and some stuff new just to kind of support the industry. And the first thing I knew I wanted to buy is this Toriko volume 29.5, which was only ever released in Japanese, and it's basically just a kind of little extra thing as well. We have another nice cover here, and as soon as you open it you have a nice nice colour pages, and you actually get this fold out poster, which was really nice. Quite like Toriko. It's definitely pretty decent shonen. A little bit of art here, and yeah, it's kind of similar to the Assassination Classroom one. First of all we've got some you know, just colour artworks, which is really nice. And then we have like kind of files on the characters, especially some of the, you know, all the main characters, and then the like beasts that they end up fighting, the, you know, ingredients for food and stuff like that, all the kind of characteristics, skill levels and stuff like that with all these monsters. So again, really nice little extra thing I can just put in beside volume 29 and 30. Just a little extra thing to have and just to look at from time to time. Next up, I've got Vinland Saga volume 21. Of course, this one is not released in English yet. And oh, we have some little posters and stuff. Oh, quite like that. Can't be a bookmark. I'm so totally using that as a bookmark. This is the same. You get like a really cool black and white cover in the inside. I really like that you can get these little flaps that come off. They're so cool. That's actually really nice as well. A little map there. So I don't know if I should show you actually. This is going to be spoilers for everyone. Oh my goodness. Maybe I shouldn't even. Is that Thorfinn's head getting chopped off? Joking, of course. Am I? But yeah, another one. Just such a nice cover. I think that this is the cover we're getting for book 11, if I'm not mistaken. I had a dilemma in the shop because obviously we get the omnibus books, and I was like, do I buy every second cover that we've not got yet in English just to have the cover? And then I was like, no, that's going to be too much money. So I just thought I would get volume 21, just because it's a really nice cover, and I'll know that this is the new one that was coming out when I was in Japan. And finally, I got volume 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe it's called. Just a kind of just random purchase. I really like the cover. I know we're getting an English release for this one eventually. A little drawing on the front cover there. But it does seem to be one of the kind of more popular, newer series in Japan right now. There's a load of stuff about it. There's a lot of Demon Slayer stuff out there as well, and I think I will be starting that one. But this one looks really nice. It looks pretty cool, kind of supernatural series. Kind of reminded me of Parasite from the cover there. But that is it. Not bad for a day. The first day, you know, Japanese manga shopping. It was absolutely amazing. Like there was just so much stuff. There was so much choice. It was the fact that you could go into like used bookstores and there would be like 100 yen section, which is like less than £1. I don't know, probably about $1 for, you know, hugely popular series like One Piece, JoJo, Haiku, Slam Dunk, so many series, all £1 a volume. Like you could literally buy so much with like a tenner. So jealous. It's so cheap there. I'm especially happy with this little extra Assassination Classroom and the little Toriko one, and yeah, that was really cool. Good day. This one's on backwards now. You go ahead of me actually. You go ahead of me. Tell me, walking up it.
Oh, I'm like an idiot. I don't know.
I wouldn't say we're lost, but we're definitely off of the tourist track. So we have a nice little bamboo forest here, and this fence is here in case some wild boars invade the path. So that's terrifying, and we're gonna die. Here. I'm absolutely knackered. We're almost at the top, however we have to go up these stairs, which just look terrifying, but let's do it. Well, that was fun. We are starving and I am knackered. My legs are killing me after that hike, and we are going to go a walk around Kyoto. We were going to go to Nara today, but we're too tired. Can't be arsed, so we're going to go to the Pokemon Center in Kyoto and we're going to get some ramen because it's day 4 and we've still not tried the proper Japanese food because we don't know what to order. So we're going to go to this place. It's known as like an introvert ramen shop. So you go in and it's like a vending machine and you just pick which one you want, and then you go into a wee booth and you don't talk to any humans, and then like little hands pop out and give you your meal. So we're going to go try that. So the ramen was absolutely amazing. Put some pictures of it up there. It was so cool. You're just in your own wee booth, and then you just like circle your preferences for if you want it spicy or not, and then this hand comes and takes it away and then gives you your ramen, and it's a cool experience. It tasted so good as well. That was yesterday. We went to the Pokemon shop, and then today we were going to go to the beach because it's so hot, but we ended up just going to Nara. But yeah, Nara was so nice. There was so many like deer just roaming about free, and they're like really hungry, and you buy little food things, and then they kind of like bow to you, and then you feed them the little food pellets. I got such a wee friendly one. And then Stuart kind of got attacked by his there. Okay, you give that one 5, Stuart.
Yeah. Good to start it. And it knows I've got no more.
But that was good. But then because it was so hot, we just kind of went inside and kind of like wandered around some shops. So we got some, well first of all I'll show what I got from the Pokemon shop. I got a little Snorlax thing here. It's actually really common to have like a little cuddly toy keychain on your bag. Like even like school kids will have one, or like office workers, or like these are like respectable young men, they'll all have their briefcases and their suits on, but then because they'll all have the same briefcases but they'll all have individual little like cuddly toys on them. It's quite cool. We have a little Pikachu. This is a gift for Stuart's nephew, and we have today I got this actually. I'm quite excited about this. I have been reading Naruto this whole time I'm here, and I just saw this. It was like in a jar or something, but a bottle T-shirt, what it's called. It wasn't too expensive, and I just thought it was really cool design. Quite like Naruto. He's pretty kind of annoying, but also kind of like him as a character. I'm like just on the kind of finale bit of the Chunin exam arc, which I'm actually really enjoying. It's probably one of my favourite like tournament arcs I've ever read. So yeah, really enjoying it, so I thought I'd get a t-shirt just to remember that's what I was reading when I was over here. And also today I got, this is actually something I'm like never thought I would ever pick up. There was this big toy shop, and of course there was so much gunpla? Is that what you call it? I've never made one of these before, but we got this set. It wasn't too expensive, it was only like a tenner or something. RX-0 Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode. Okay, but yeah, it looks really fun. It's pink, it's white and pink, so that's quite cool. But yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do tonight. It's only like 6 o'clock here, and we've like been out walking it in the sun all day. We're just like really tired, so we have some beers and I have like this alcoholic peach soda or something I'm going to try, and we're just going to sit and try and build this Gundam together, so we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of parts to this. This is actually quite a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. Jesus. Okay. I now have an all new respect for people who can build Gundam models, because this little thing has just taken me an hour, more than an hour, because it wasn't perfect. It didn't click in properly. I don't know how people do this. It's pretty cool actually now it's finished. Now the first piece is finished. Oh god, I'm never finishing this in one night. I think I'm like 3 hours in, and he doesn't have any legs. But he's looking good. Yeah. Today we are on a bullet train. So it looks like inside. It's very cool. It's very spacious actually. You can actually straighten my legs out. We have some nice scenery we're passing. We're on the coastal side, not on the Mount Fuji side. And I am going to read some Barakimon on the way there. It's about 2.5 hour journey. So yeah, pretty chill. Maybe the nerd. This is not what I expected Tokyo to be like. This is like 2 minutes journey from the station. You can see all the buildings in the background and all that, but there's still a lot of green about this city. It's nice. we're on our way to the Mori Arts Centre because there is an Attack on Titan exhibit there that I want to go to, and also it's very close to a particular pub that we are both very excited to visit in Tokyo. So let's do that.
巨人に食い尽くされた。残った人類は巨人が越えられない壁を築き、安全な領域の確保に成功する。
Well, we just paid about 40 quid to get Attack on Titan royally spoiled for us. But it was quite cool actually. Yeah, I would say it's worth it. Maybe not. I'm vlogging in public. Look at me go! Step away from there. I like you got an interview with the creator. You got to see like storyboards and stuff like that. It was quite cool. And there was like this. The movie was good as well. It was like a mixture of like the manga and the anime. It was quite cool. I'll show some bits, but obviously I'm not going to show most of what we saw in there. It was like I've read up to volume 20, and it was like basically just said everyone who died in like the last season before the final, which I guess we should have thought about that. It's like we should have maybe read up to where we should have if we were coming to this, but oh well. I got this wee figure as well, which I will open later on, but yeah, it's one of these apparently. So we're actually back in the apartment because the pub we wanted to go to wasn't open, so we just kind of wandered around Tokyo a bit more and went to the Akihabara region. So saw so many like anime, computing, you know, kind of shops. Huge floor dedicated to Gunpla and Gundam models. I just wanted to talk more about the Attack on Titan exhibit because it was pretty cool. You kind of went in and there was just kind of displays of the finished boards, the ones that went into the manga, just the finished pages I guess, and you know, little bits about them and stuff, and just major spoilers. It was like I was all in like volume 20s, most of the stuff. That was a bit annoying, but it did look so cool. Like I really do want to finish reading the series now. The way that it unfolds, I think there's a lot of like more historical and politics aspects going into it. And yeah, I'm just definitely going to pick up the rest of the series when I come back. And there was also this like really cool room you went in, and there was like, you know, loads of like debris and all that all around, and then there was this video had like the anime background, and then they had the manga characters or like fight scenes and stuff, and just kind of like superimposed them on each other, and it was like really cool. Lasted about 10 minutes or something, and yeah, then you just went into this room and there was like character profiles and stuff. There was like, you know, highlights of each character from pages in the manga, which is cool. We just found out more than we wanted to about all the characters that are going to die, and one of my favourite parts was like there was an interview with the creator, and he was actually a lot younger than I realised, and this is his first series. Yeah, so it's only been serialised for about 10 years, and yeah, he was definitely just talking about how he wants to wrap it up now, and that, you know, he's been kind of like dragging his audience along for too long. He kind of feels like he needs to reveal it now. So that's pretty cool. He's like thinking he already has an image in mind for like his final panel and stuff, which is very cool. And all of his like draft storyboards were there, and they were like so ridiculous. Obviously they're just sketches, but they were like so bad, like the way that he draws all these, he just draws everything quickly, I guess. And he was talking about how he's still like gone through a lot with these storyboards, and like they mean a lot to him, and like he wants them all to be buried with him, but he says they won't have a coffin big enough for like all the storyboards that he's made in his lifetime. But yeah, it was a really interesting interview, and yeah, there was just a whole load of little other like, you know, exhibitions and stuff. And then there was a little shop, of course, where we bought this little thing. So it's a little figure. I've already opened it, so I couldn't wait. It's opened it on the train. And there's a choice of 4 figures, and I actually got probably the best one, so I'm quite happy about that. We have this is insane. Like 20 minutes from that sunshine, and now it's like almost darkness. There's like this crazy thunderstorm about to happen. I'm scared. Heat. But yeah, let's go home. I'm scared. I'm just having some breakfast. after being on the live stream with Lohali and June Graves. That was good fun. Be on Lohali's channel, it'll be linked down below, check it out. So this morning I've been enjoying the Mangatuber's video called State of the US Manga Market Deep Dive. It's quite enjoyable. He's like going through the presentation of the US manga sales reports and stuff like that, and basically just ranting at publishers for like an hour. So it's pretty good, quite enjoying it. But we are about to head to Hiroshima, so we'll be going on the bullet train again. I'm off to try some okonomiyaki, and we are going to see the kind of island there, and hope maybe the museum about the memorial for the World War II bombing. And so yeah, it should be a very interesting day. What did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, so we ended up just going a walk around Kyoto. We went to the Imperial Palace and it was like absolutely stunning. It was so good just to walk around. It was so old. The buildings were like, well actually they'd been remade, but they were like from they'd been there basically from the 11th century and stuff like that. So that was cool. And then there was like this huge thunderstorm. It was absolutely terrifying. It was like the whole like darkness just descended, and then the lightning was so like close by. Like I was actually terrified for my life. And then we just came back, and I've just been reading this Osamu Tezuka manga, which I'm going to do a separate video about because I'm really enjoying it. It's called Dust 8. I'm very excited for the Osamu Tezuka museum and everything else. I'm very fast, isn't it? Can't even see. It's too bright. I can't even see my face. I don't even know if I've got it in. Huh? I can't see it. Is it in the background? Pretty.
Yeah.
So shiny. We are outside the Osamu Tezuka Museum. We've got the phoenix there, cool statue. Pretty cool museum, looks quite cool. Yeah, there's like lots of nice little details on the outside as well, little footprints of different characters. But yeah, let's go inside. So Osamu Tezuka, also known as the kind of godfather of manga, is one of the most inspirational and like founding fathers of what modern manga is like now. It was really cool. He's the creator of Astro Boy as well, and yeah, you just got to see so much stuff. You got to see like his original notebooks from when he was creating manga, when he was in like primary, when he was from like 8 or 9 years old. He was creating manga. There was actually several floors of things on display, and there's little capsules here. Yeah, all his characters were just dotted around the whole building. There was also this theatre, which was really cool. It had like a 15-20 minute movie on like the history of his life, and there was also like his original animations. So just a couple of short films that we saw, which was really cool as well. That box set, anyone? Or what I want, Phoenix box set. So I'm at this Osamu Tezuka museum just now, and there was like an English language library, so I picked up volume 1 of Phoenix, because I actually can't read this legally anywhere. I can't even find it digitally, to be honest. Let's have a wee look. What is it all about? The best flicks in anime. This is quite good. Do I just stay here all day and read? It's good. I enjoyed that. They used to get printed in English. Reprinted. These actually go for quite a lot of money back in the UK, so I'm just gonna put that in here. Joking, of course. I don't want to get chucked out. That was so good. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, they need to publish more stuff in English. I want to read more by him. I really read Astro Boy and Dust 8, and now 1 volume of Phoenix. But it was quite good. But yeah. Now where are we going? I'm not zooming into my face. Now where are we going? Kobe. For some beef, maybe, if we can afford it. Apparently we're just missing the Rugby World Cup as well. I'm on the Scotland! Yes! What's in the bag? What's in the bag? We can find out in my haul when I come back. We only have a couple of days left, actually, here, and we're gonna go to the beach. Or we're going to try to go to the beach and the largest section of English manga I've ever seen, and it's in Japan. It's madness. I'm showing. This is amazing. I wish we had English bookshops like this in Britain. Yeah, I looked at that actually. I really want this one as well actually. I'm going for this one because it's not actually that much more expensive to import it from. We need to import it from America anyway. I'm going to go for my first light novel because so I at least get like readings worth out of this expensive trip. And this one because I want to read it before Junji Ito's adaptation comes out. What did you do in Tokyo, Hannah? Well, I bought some English manga and I went to a Scottish pub. Our last day in Japan, sadly, and we're just going to spend the day just staying in Kyoto, going to some shrines like the one behind me, and just kind of like going around and seeing as much as we can, just walking around, just random places to see what we missed. Kyoto Tower there. This is one of the main beep. It's the last night and what we like to do is to go back to the place where we had the best meal. It was my last night, so joking, we're going to get some ramen again. Yeah. And and we are home finally after about 22 hours worth of travelling. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm joined with my little buddy here. You be quiet though, she's sleeping. Oh, sorry babe. But it's time for bed. It is indeed. And then tomorrow is edit the vlog day, so we'll see if that happens. But yeah, until the next time I'm in Japan, which will probably be about 3 years, to be honest, to say, well, lol. Anyway, I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. Bye. Hey babe, you miss me? You're going to wake up and spend time with me? Hey. Sorry, oh sorry buddy. Oh, look at that sleepy face.